I'm gonna kick his ass next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other sport as both teams move their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans.
That might keep drawing so far this nigga ass.
This is taking you to 13.
Yes, sir.
And he's got daylight.
Yes, sir. This nigga come himself looking for me. I ain't come back looking for him. Shit. He even goddamn it day right his ass.
Colby Listenby. His first touchdown of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
I'm sitting there saying, let me look at this broadcast. Let me see what this nigga he want to show out. Let me see what's going on.
Silencing the crowd, they just did it.
Couldn't be a better start.
Damn,
There's
man.
no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start. But I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy.
What's up, Molly Mom? What's up, nigga? You quiet as hell on the mic, nigga.
They can just go play.
Yeah. What that nigga at, man? Man, get them nuts on tuck, man. He tucking them motherfuckers. Man, get them motherfuckers laying low. You little fucking scoundrel. Hey. Jive turkey. Jive turkey. Had them old niggas say you jive turkey. That's what he is. Let's jive turkey, man.
8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs
man,
to the
I thought he was.
to the edge, we think
shit,
about
he
big
like he got a hell of a nigga with one mind nigga had playing in no game with
possibilities here on second down.
Look at that. Work.
Second and 7 now from the 28.
He might just sitting back. Nigga just sitting back, man. It's crazy, bro.
Manning to throw on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I want to see nigga put his goddamn. I want to see nigga put his foot on this nigga throat, man. I want to see this bitch ass nigga tap.
First drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurt.
I hear you, Chief.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is.
Hey, she can play. He looking for a guy.
Talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, the quarterback gets hit.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And on that, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree on that one because
that nigga's just fast, man. That nigga's just fast, dog.
They're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
You got one nigga with one hand, nigga with a half a hand, another nigga he got.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
Nigga, I'm gonna get you, bro. I got you, bro.
To start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
I just want to
down 2 touchdowns.
I just want to see Nick kick this nigga ass, man, because he royally kicking his ass, man.
Stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. And try and generate some offense on this drive.
And he could at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Riddick with a carry.
No.
He will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside.
I didn't even look at
if you get strung out on the perimeter,
they just did a roster.
You're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
I don't know what the fuck they looking like that.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Man, I'm sick of these updates with this shit. They really did all that shit to take that nigga off the game, man, for the Chiefs. They just want to take that nigga off the game, man. Get his black ass off the game.
The completion to Ritter.
They playing no game, they nigga.
At the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll
yeah, nigga, that shit over with, dog.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the
running
running
back.
back. This position just continues to evolve.
Show it.
They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss an open field.
Dude, he's not coming back in the league, bro. He ain't gonna be able to get in the CFL, bro. He's not playing with this shit, man.
Jags get to him as
you know what, the nigga shouldn't have made no shit. Nigga shouldn't have did no shit like that.
Last week, despite him being sacked 4 times, they might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to them. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Oh, they found my nigga Drizzy Drake started. Man, there we go, nigga. Drizzy Drake, nigga. Oh, I ain't got no fullback. White boy. There you get blocked. Motherfucker blocks.
Here's Hines on the toss play. Swatted. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
The Tennessee Titans and the Jaguars, I think.
Now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defense in front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Hey,
the Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oh, fuck that dumbass shit. They doing that shit to mine now. Bad guy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
No, man, that dumbass shit did it everything. This is they might do it in Europe. Watch this.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And the grab.
Just restart your game on the
and they get him down before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They're going to let me be in the session, but they're going to tell you
his first catch is going to be good enough for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Contact. Nah, nigga, ain't got nothing to do with me, niggas. I'm ready. I'm ready to roll.
Somebody else send it.
They fucking up. Whoever send it, they gonna make them.
Throwing on
hey, I tell you what, man.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it. If you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Then they come up this. Then they come doing the same garbage ass play. He sent him on when he got the line.
Manning. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Man, that shit ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. I'm telling you, man, I can play the game just like I sent it to you.
Undrafted out of Stanford and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. On the ground, it's Rennan. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Here's Manning to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's see if that don't work now, bro.
Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side, Garcon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
$2K gonna be straight, man.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. From the gun, it's Manning. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And here now is the Jaguars' all-time leading scorer in another uniform. He had over 1,000 points with the Jags, Josh Scobie. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Hayes. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a toss play. It's Hines. Yeah, this will get them all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Underneath.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Yes, sir.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nyheim Hines on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And spins away. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the 24, they go again on 2nd and 10.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's
going to be stepping that nigga, man. I don't like making
a get nothing out of that one. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Pass complete. but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch, but still
no yardage.
Okay.
On play action, it's Manning. And able to find Garcon. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the Saints. When in doubt, find your veterans.
Oh, you get this shit on, man.
Guys like him, crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Theo Riddick. Touchdown, Titans. Theo Riddick, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Throwing now is Allen. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
Tyree.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Shit. Let's go. Yes, sir. Oh. Get that, cut that line up right there. What's up?
Gun!
This is Hines. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Good. Let him play.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen.
Hey.
He dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in
Digging
that
and dunking,
situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Brooks Reed coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Okay. It's all right, man.
On play action, Allen. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown.
Ooh.
Jaguars.
Come on, Baker.
As his guys are in for 6.
Ooh,
and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Eating good.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson.
Eating good over there.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice
Justin Houston, don't play with me like that, bro.
Manageable second down.
Don't do that to me, dog.
Gain on that play.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Manning. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Manning. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Brendan Langley picks it at a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Damn.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't play that defense no more. I don't play that no more, cuz. I'll probably check it later on. I don't do this shit no more.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
This shit.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And the accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Yeah. You ain't getting that shit, bro.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Go here for you. There you go. Go get him. Go get him. No playmaker. No back shoulder. Give me that shit. Go, man.
Allen now looks to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive in the second half.
They fucked me up, bro.
Though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is.
I don't want to
create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on second down. Manning. Baldwin with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Now let's go. 3, 19.
To throw is Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Ooh, this shit felt
Now let's go. Green, 39.
No, you better not play me this.
And he'll try again on 2nd down.
Let's go.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real doubt for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
Come on, don't give me too many warning.
Caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
Because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And that'll carry over the back line.
Who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Here's Riddick. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brendan Langley picks it, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of cushion.
How much home we got?
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check it out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it here. Ware. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Over the middle to Garcon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Ware. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a play fake. Manning. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
No, check, Patriot.
Manning now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now this time, Allen will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hayes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it. Blue.
They go back to Reddick. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
On the run, it's Ware. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, Manning. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Gets past him at the 10, and they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. On that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation, and he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Riddick. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it, baby. Watch right, we got right. Here it comes.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Titans on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. It's caught. Nelson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it when they first started talking about this game.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Cameron Hayward in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They run with Hines. And an alley to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Here's Humphreys. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, a 360. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Caught left side, pass on. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.